Today, let us take time to study the words of God together. When Joshua gave his last farewell speech to the Israelites, he said, "Don't forget the grace and blessings that God has bestowed upon you. Never worship other gods or go astray." Joshua asked them to always remember the covenant God had given to them by faithfully keeping all the laws, ordinances, and decrees. Since God always gave Joshua abundant blessings, God allowed the Israelites to possess the land of Canaan, the land flowing with milk and honey, in his lifetime. Let us read Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 together. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' aide, "Moses, my servant, is dead. Now then, you and all these people get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land I am about to give to them, to the Israelites. I will give you every place where you set your foot, as I promised Moses. Your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, and from the great river, the Euphrates, all the Hittite country, to the great sea on the west. No one will be able to stand up against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you." So what should we do? Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their forefathers to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to... What should we be careful to do? Obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. We should always be careful to keep God's laws, decrees, ordinances, and covenant. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Whenever there was hardship, God helped Joshua. Whenever there was difficulty, God gave him strength to overcome. God also gave him wisdom to be victorious. In this way, the land of Canaan, flowing with milk and honey, was acquired. In the process, did not the great work of God, stopping the sun and the moon, also occur? Let us take a look at that scene. While Joshua was conquering Canaan, we can see the amazing work of God, who was with him all the way. Let us read Joshua chapter 10, verse 12. On the day the Lord gave the Amorites over to Israel, Joshua said to the Lord in the presence of Israel, "O sun, stand still over Gibeon. O moon, over the valley of Ajalon." Everyone, when we look from the viewpoint of modern science, is it possible that the sun could ever be stopped? There is no one other than God who can perform such a work as this. God stopped the whole universe to help Joshua. Could there be a greater help than this? If one planet were stopped, what would happen to the rest of the universe? Verse 13. So the sun stood still, and the moon stopped, till the nation avenged itself on its enemies, as it is written in the book of Jashar. The sun stopped in the middle of the sky and delayed going down about a full day. There has never been a day like it before or since, a day when the Lord listened to a man. When Joshua shouted out to God with his earnest request, God heard the voice of Joshua and listened to him. If the sun went down, the Israelites' army would lose. However, if they remained in daylight, they could defeat their enemies. That's why he asked God, please make the sun stand still. May the moon not rise, but let it stay over the valley of Ajalon. In this way, Joshua's army was able to defeat all their enemies. This amazing event had never happened before, nor will it ever happen again. Verse 14. There has never been a day like it before or since, a day when the Lord listened to a man. Surely the Lord was fighting for Israel. It is the same for our gospel now. Who is leading our gospel work by saying to us, "Preach this gospel in Samaria and to the ends of the earth"? Whenever we face any difficult situation, we must remember this gospel has not always flowed smoothly. When Satan hinders us in the midst of the waves of life, God grants us far greater blessings and puts us in even more gracious and amazing situations. Where does this overflowing grace come from? It all comes from God. God Elohim always blesses us and opens a way for us to enter the kingdom of heaven. By giving thanks to God the Father and God the Mother, I would like to conclude today's sermon. Thank you very much.